Okay, so what's up, everyone? My name is Zen, and in today's podcast, we are having a very special guest. Her name is Magdalena, and she's basically a Pinterest expert. And if you guys follow me on social media, so you guys know me because of my videos on how we can sell products online, how we can get financial freedom, and how we can just start making money online. So in today's video, we are going to be discussing with her like how we can use Pinterest to promote our affiliate links, to promote our e-commerce product on Shopify or Amazon or Etsy. So we can see that how we can just explore this new way of getting traffic from outside store to our Amazon or Shopify list. So Magdalena, on to you.
Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for hosting me, for having me here, and thank you for welcoming me on your channel. I'm super excited to be here. So my name is Magdalena, and I'm from the Netherlands, and I used to be an ICU nurse, and I turned Pinterest manager when we started traveling, and we had to do something to sustain ourselves and have a little bit of freedom, but still earn money. And when we were doing this, I started off with my husband, and we accidentally rolled into e-commerce. And we have been working with almost only e-commerce clients ever since. And we really discovered like how powerful Pinterest is for your e-commerce business and for really growing your sales. And we found there's a lot of people who really teach how to do how to grow your blog with Pinterest. They can get inspiration and recipes and stuff like that, but nobody was talking about how to get sales. And Pinterest is such a great place to get more sales because Pinterest is such a different platform from Facebook and Instagram and other social media platforms, that it's really still, it still has so much potential, and there's way less competition. But not only that, it's also a very different way of approaching your potential customers.
Yeah. So first of all, tell us that how Pinterest is different from other platforms like Facebook, and what is the main difference between? Like I have seen that in Pinterest we have to do post some pins, and on Facebook we have to do some posts. So how Pinterest advertising and how Pinterest posting is different from Facebook, and how we can get better results from Facebook.
Okay, so that's a good question.
Okay.
So Instagram and Facebook are really social media platforms. So they really have an algorithm where you post something and then people have to engage, and then your post has a lifetime between I would say between 3 hours and maybe 3 days or something, unless you have a post that goes viral, but that's more an anomaly than it's the usual thing. And that's very different from Pinterest because Pinterest isn't really a social media platform, but much more, it's kind of like a visual search engine. So people go on Pinterest and they are looking for inspiration, and they are going to be using the search bar at the top instead of just scrolling through their feed and liking images. So people use it with a very different intention. And it's also built with a very different user experience in mind. So Pinterest is much more SEO based, so more search engine optimization is needed. But this also gives like the opportunity for your post to live on for years. So I have clients that are getting traffic from pins that they posted 5 years ago, and they are still getting traffic from this.
From
So
5 years, that's too much
yeah,
time.
so it's completely different from Facebook and Instagram, and um, so that would only be the lifetime of the post, but it's also the approach of the platform, where on Facebook and Instagram people really need to know your brand because they will be looking for you and they will be following you. And it's, if you unless you're running ads, it is harder to meet new people or to reach new people. And with Pinterest, you're really focused on using the right keywords, and by the way that you're using Pinterest, you are reaching an audience that is actually just interested in the product and not necessarily already committed to a brand. So that's how it's very different from Instagram and Facebook as well.
Okay, so you are saying that on Facebook, the post become dead after 2 or 3 days, but on Pinterest, if you do a proper SEO or do a proper keyword indexing, then people can find that post after even after 2 3 years as well.
Yes, absolutely. Longer than 3 years.
Okay, so are there
And
any tools available from we can find the keywords like which keyword are having high competition or high demand or low competition? Are there any some
yeah,
tools?
well, there are some tools, but like up until now, the best tool has been Pinterest itself. So
Okay,
I
okay,
have like, I'm a Pinterest manager, so I have some tools because I have a lot of clients and then I want to do it fast, 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 fast,
okay,
and efficient. But
yeah,
you can just go into Pinterest, and if you go into Pinterest and okay, so first you have to think, okay, my potential customer, how is my product going to solve their problem or the thing that they want, or whatever, why they want to buy your product. And then you have to think, okay, what keywords would they use to look for this solution? And then you put this in the search bar. And once you put like one keyword or two of those keywords, you will get all kinds of suggestions. And those top suggestions, those are the keywords that have been searched the most. So those are the most popular keywords the Pinterest users are currently using. So it constantly updates based on the constant use on Pinterest. And so that's the search bar. And Pinterest also has the trends tool. So if you go on your Pinterest account, there is a little button that's analytics and has a drop down menu. And there is also the option to go into the trends. And that's really like, I love that tool because it's just from the platform itself. So there's no, this is direct information coming from Pinterest, and they are showing, so you can put in keywords in the trends tool and it will show you the searches over the last year for every day. And you
okay.
can
So
see
that's great that Pinterest it's having their own tools. Like we don't have to rely on any
exactly.
third-party tool because
Yeah,
third-party tool don't provide the exact data. But if the Pinterest is providing tool itself, then we can just rely on all those keywords because that data will be real.
absolutely. Yes, and also because what is really nice is that it constantly updates. So if I go into the tool right now, I will see different, like I will see new information already compared to last month.
Okay.
And you can also, what is really powerful about the trends tool is that you can see how it fluctuates throughout the year. So you can really think, okay, for example, if you sell shirts, you can see what kind of searches people are doing through the year, and you can decide, okay, if in winter people are really looking for long sleeve shirts, I want to make sure that I'm promoting these in the winter months. And you can really plan out a strategy ahead using this trends tool.
I know that you are having a course. So, are you having these kind of videos in your course, like how we can do keyword research and like how we can plan our strategy to start selling our own products, or like any motive we are having?
Absolutely, yes, absolutely. Because that's the whole reason I created the course, because there's no course about people teaching you how to create your own strategy. So a lot of people are teaching strategies, but they are just teaching, okay, I have an e-commerce store and this is what worked for me. And then I did all those courses and I was like, but this is not working for my own
Yes,
clients.
I have seen
And
many
why is it not
videos.
working?
Yeah, I have seen many videos in
Exactly.
which they are just explaining like this is my Pinterest account and they are using Pinterest to get sales, but they are not telling actually how they are getting sales and how they are planning their strategies. Like they are bringing traffic,
Exactly.
but how to convert that traffic to sales.
Exactly. And I think also what is really important is to learn how to create a strategy, because every e-commerce store is different. And you cannot expect a store that sells products that are $100 to need the same strategy as a product store that sells $20 products. So that's why that course is really focused on learning how to do your keywords, learning how to set up a strategy, how to decide what products to market at what time of the year, stuff like that.
Okay, so you are saying that strategy
Yeah.
will be different for high ticket products and strategy will be different from low ticket product and like the seasonal product. Like some product are seasonal, which people used to buy in December, not in January or not in July.
Exactly.
So there are different strategy for different kind of products.
Yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, just like I would say there's a different strategy for every e-commerce store because you all have a different audience. So
Okay, so we can use Pinterest for any platform like Shopify, Amazon, Etsy, or eBay.
absolutely. So um, The Shopify and WooCommerce are really like direct partners right now, so it's really easy to set it up, and Pinterest really facilitates everything around it. It will help you set up your shop, create other product pins and stuff like that. That really helps the shopping experience for the users. Um, and Etsy used to be a direct partner as well, but they aren't direct partners any longer. Um, but I have some clients that do have an Etsy store, and we are still seeing good results, just like not as good as when they were direct partners. But yeah, you just have to go with the flow sometimes and just try to work around. And you can absolutely also do affiliate links with Amazon if you have an Amazon store, or if you are really promoting affiliate products on your website. That can work as well.
Okay,
Absolutely,
so
but
we can
it
use
needs a different approach. Yeah, sorry.
Pinterest for doing affiliate marketing as well.
Sorry?
Like if we are having not our own store on Shopify or Amazon, but we are doing
Yeah,
affiliate marketing, so we can just promote those links as well on Pinterest, right?
absolutely, yes. But it does need a different approach compared to um, when you promote your store like with your own products.
Okay, so if a person is very new, like he don't know anything about Pinterest, so how much time you think he will take to learn Pinterest, and like if he's a newbie, so how much time it will take his Pinterest account to grow? Like how many pins he have to do per day, or like I think that there are boards, so how many boards he have to make, how many pins he like, what will be the frequency of pins to grow faster and to just get more and more traffic?
Okay, so your first question was how long will it take for a newbie to learn a new
Yes, yes,
platform?
yes.
And I think, for example, I think Pinterest is a little more complicated because you have to learn how to do SEO and how to think about, okay, when am I going to promote what content? And you really have to plan ahead because pins take 2 to 3 months before they rank, just like on Google, for example, because it needs to be indexed, and then it needs, like, the search words have to be used in the Pinterest in the Pinterest app before it's going to be indexed. So it takes usually 2 to 3 months. So it's really the long game compared to Facebook and Instagram, for example. Um, but once you get a hang of this, I think like you could work for 8 hours a month on your Pinterest account, and then just make sure that you do everything in one go, like um, make some pins, plan them ahead, create the descriptions, do some keyword research, um, and then you can plan ahead for, like, within Pinterest you can plan ahead for 2 weeks, but there's plenty of tools that allow you to plan ahead for a month. And once you understand the platform, and you would only need like 8 hours a month or so to do the marketing on Pinterest, and you can just let it go. Like, you don't need to constantly engage on the platform. So that really saves you a whole lot of time.
Okay, so can we schedule
So
posts on Pinterest like we just create the content of whole month one time, and we can just schedule that whole content so it will be uploaded automatically every day or every week?
yes, exactly. And what really, like, I really recommend, okay, pin at least one pin per day.
Okay,
So you at least create like 30 pins and then have one pin go out every day, just to show that platform consistency in activity. Um, and I think like it really depends. So if you have a store that is a direct partner, so WooCommerce or Shopify, it will be much faster to grow, and you can really start seeing sales like within 2-3 months from just organic marketing and just those couple of hours a month. If you are doing affiliate marketing, it will take a little more time because you're very likely using blog posts, and that takes some time to rank. So then it would need like 3 months or so to start seeing results, 3 to 6 months.
okay. So unlike other social media platforms where we have to just focus on posting, in Pinterest we have to focus on posting and we have to focus on SEO as well. So
Yeah,
with time, like when we index a good keyword that are best for our post, so it will take some time, and our Pinterest will promote our post as per that keyword. So it will be a long term.
yeah. So you can, yeah, so it will be super long term. So whatever you are pinning now, so for example, if you are pinning now something for the summer, next summer people will use the keywords again and it will rank again. And then the summer after, very likely people will use the keyword again and it will start ranking higher, 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 higher.
So they can just prepare themselves in advance, like for the
Yeah,
product they are going to launch in summer. Okay.
exactly, exactly. So I always say like, make sure that you pin like 3 months ahead. So if you are starting now in May, you want to make sure that you're pinning for August or focused on August. So maybe like starting with fall or Halloween and stuff like that.
That's great. We can do it in advance, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Okay, and I've seen many Pinterest account like unless like if we see an account on Facebook having 1,000 likes, so the engagement on posts are as compared to that 1,000. But on Pinterest, I've seen many pages having 2 or 3,000 likes, but the traffic of per month is like more than 100,000 or maybe a million. So how
yeah.
is it possible like the page having low following is having too much engagement and too much follow visitors every month?
So you mean the followers, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
so followers on Pinterest are very different, especially Pinterest is making some changes in this at the moment.
Okay.
Uh, but you used to be able to follow someone and then their new content would appear in your feed, in your home feed when you open the app.
Okay.
But right now, it's not always the case. So I think they are testing new stuff, but I'm not sure to be honest.
Okay, so
But the followers are,
is it possible to
yeah,
get more traffic with less followers?
absolutely. That's what I wanted to say. So followers aren't necessarily that important on Pinterest because you are focused on SEO and you are focused on making sure that you are using the keywords. It's nice to have followers because it shows that people are interested in your product
Yes,
and that
yes.
people are interested in your brand. And that's a good sign, but it's not needed because in the end you want to make sure that you are reaching those people that have a high intent to shop. And the people that have a high intent to shop are most likely the people that are using the keywords in the search engine. So that's where your focus should be.
Okay, so that's a good thing about SEO is that you don't need followers. Like with less followers, if your SEO is good, so your post can be reached out to the people who are actually looking for purchasing that particular product or anything else.
Exactly. I have clients that have like 7 followers and they have good monthly views and they are getting sales from Pinterest. So with 7 followers, like
Okay, that's great. Like on other social media platform, we need followers to get engagement, but in Pinterest, we don't need followers to get engagement.
no, no, it really is a search engine.
So that
Yeah.
will be very good for newbies because in other social media platform, the wholesaler are having more followers, so that will be saturated niche. But in Pinterest, I don't think so that anything can be saturated.
Yeah, exactly. So it's really like it's really nice because once you learn to understand how to use Pinterest, it is so stress-free and so low maintenance compared to other social media platforms where you really have to engage and really have to show up constantly because people don't care if like you can react on their comments, but barely people barely react on pins. They are just scrolling and saving it to their own boards.
Okay. So how boards can help us? Like if we are selling kitchen products like stainless steel spoons or forks, and
Okay.
if we just make some pins and we just put those pins to another board, like can we do that? We can create a board and we can just put our pins and someone else's pins. So what will be the benefit of that?
Okay, so boards are just part of your SEO as well. So where
Okay.
you are writing descriptions and titles for your pins, so people will find your pins, and those is this is the part of the SEO of your pin. But at the same time, you want your account to also have SEO, and these are the boards. So the boards, you want to be using the right keywords as board titles and in the descriptions of the board. So Pinterest starts to understand what your product is about and where to categorize your shop. So it will show your products to the people that are most likely interested in your product. And besides this, it is also a way of, because if you are going to pin on Pinterest and you're gonna plan your content, You're gonna pin your pin and you're gonna write a title, a description, and then you have to pin it to a board. And the combination of the pin with all the SEOs attached to it, and you're pinning it to the board, this is also like signals to Pinterest. Okay, this is like this is really relevant. So it's the combination of the board, including with in combination with the pin, is really a strong signal to Pinterest for understanding what the pin is about and who to show it to, but also to really emphasize to Pinterest what your account is selling.
Okay, that sounds great. Like it's Pinterest seems to be a very good platform for social selling e-commerce product. Like if we
Yeah.
compare it from other platforms like Facebook or Instagram, where it is too much saturated and people need to do a lot of hard work to reach out to their target audience.
Yeah, exactly. And now your audience will find you.
Okay, that's great. So that's
And
why you
that's
choose
really cool.
Pinterest over other platforms, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's why I really love Pinterest.
Okay.
And you can really you can really, if you have a, for example, drop shipping store, or you are selling your own products or something handmade, you can really promote your product. So in the sense of like using the keywords that are related to your product, the seasonal stuff that's related to your product, and make sure that you have nice imagery with the product, but also lifestyle images where people are using your product. So you are really trying to inspire people. So people are going to Pinterest. So if you are selling kitchenware, you want to emphasize now, for example, on summer parties, because people are going to be planning summer parties, and then they want like nice kitchenware for the barbecue and the 4th of July and stuff like that. And you want to make sure that you are people are going on Pinterest and want to get inspired. And that's where you want to show up, because then you can show them, hey, I can give you this, and this will really fit what you are looking for, and you're going to really enjoy it. So that's why you want to you want to keep in mind how you're going to reach to those people. So how you're going to connect with your audience on Pinterest, because you're using the SEO, but you're also there to inspire them, and then they make the purchase. So compared to Facebook and Instagram, that is much more interruptive. This is really like in the flow of people looking for inspiration, and you are showing some examples, and the example is the product that you can profit from, and you can get more sales.
So it
And
seems like with Pinterest SEO, you can just bring some quality leads and quality traffic to your store or anything
exactly,
you are selling.
exactly. And especially for the stores that you are selling something like your Etsy or TPT or at Shopify, WooCommerce, and everything like this, that you're really selling your own product, you can really use this strategy. If you are selling through affiliate links, you have to be a little more careful, because I know, for example, Amazon isn't allowing on Pinterest to directly promote the product
Okay. So
on the
we can make a
platform.
landing page. We can
So you
just
have to make a
we can
landing
just
page,
direct them
exactly.
to our website, and on our website we can just put the FT link of Amazon product behind the pictures or behind the products.
Exactly. So you want to make sure that you keep this in mind, and also make sure that you really double check what imagery you can use, because Amazon will supply, like it will facilitate you with giving you some imagery, but you can use this imagery on your website, but usually you cannot use it on your pins. So you want
Okay.
to make sure that, for example, if you're selling a kitchenware through affiliate links, just to keep like the same example, that you are really, so for example, you are making a pin, and then make sure that you are saying something about like kitchenware, so people know what to expect when they click on the pin, and then you can sell the product. But usually you cannot you cannot directly use the image that Amazon gives you.
Okay. So can we modify those images in Canva and then upload the pins?
Yeah, I think so. I would think so. But I would be like, just double check what Amazon says in your country, because I know that Amazon has different rules for all the countries. So
Yeah, they would allow their images to be used on other platforms.
yeah. It's and also Amazon
But I think
changes.
if you are an affiliate marketer of a product, so they will allow their images to be used on other platforms.
Usually yes, but it depends, because yeah, I would just check the guidelines for your country and specifically,
Yeah,
because I
just
know that you aren't, for example, allowed to use the images if you're promoting to the US, and
yeah,
that's
yeah.
quite a big group.
Okay, yeah, that's a different topic. Like that's nothing to do with the Pinterest SEO.
No, exactly. But it's something to keep in mind
Yeah,
when
yeah,
you
yeah.
are doing affiliate marketing on Pinterest, because you want to make sure that you are not like getting caught in their spam filter, or I don't
Yeah.
know,
That
getting
that will
blocked
yeah,
because
yeah, yeah, that will prevent your account to get blocked or get suspended.
exactly, exactly. And
Okay.
what I really see working well also is using a blog post to promote the product. So if you are affiliate marketer for the kitchenware, you can, and you are an affiliate for 5 different brands, you can just make a blog post and then have all the 5 brands in the blog post, because people really love reading blogs on Pinterest as well. Those are really doing well.
Yeah. So we can actually make a structure of a funnel. Like we can just bring traffic from Pinterest to the blog, and then when from that blog we can just ask them to purchase a product. So we can just make a
Exactly.
step-by-step process to ending up buying the
Exactly.
product.
Exactly. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So that was a great piece of information, and I really like what how you explained the stuff, and I actually know came to know many new things about Pinterest. Like we can just get
Good.
more and more traffic, having low following. So, is there anything else you want to discuss? Like you want to tell about Pinterest? Like I know that you have already explained all the important stuff, but if there is anything else,
Yeah, well, what I really like, so I really want to say, like, okay, if you get started with Pinterest, be patient, because it can take some time, but once the snowball is rolling, it's gonna be well worth it. So really, like, keep going and don't give up, because it's not like TikTok where you can go viral like this and then you see
yeah,
all these results. But in comparison, like in 7 years, people will still find your post and you will still get the sales from this. Um, and something else, if you're going to be creating your Pinterest account, it's very likely that a Pinterest ads representative is going to reach out and ask you, do you want to run ads on Pinterest? And
yeah,
I really want to say, because I work with clients that I run ads for, and I also have a Pinterest ads course. And I have seen too many times that people start with ads before they are ready. And please also learn from my mistakes. Make sure that you really have some organic sales going. It doesn't necessarily need to be on Pinterest, but make sure that you really know that your product is validated, that you are having an audience, and that you really understand, okay, why are people buying my product? And who is actually interested in my product. Get to know your customer before you ever start running ads, because they are going to convince you that you really need to start running ads, but you really don't need to before you get your organic game going.
exactly. So Pinterest is not for those who want overnight success and who want their content to be get viral overnight like TikTok. So people need to learn. People need to do post and some get some organic traffic, and then they start running ads. Because if they start running ads from day first, so their page will not be very too much engaging.
So it's not necessarily that, but it's more that you will be spending your money doing testing that you could also be doing organically. So of course you can start running ads from the beginning, but if you are spending your money, personally, I want to make sure that you are getting something from it and you are going to be getting some sales. And the best way to test if your product is actually viable, and if your product is like, or if you have your funnel set up properly, if you're doing affiliate marketing, is by trying to get some organic sales first. Because if you can get organic sales, you're for sure going to be able to get sales from cold traffic from advertising. And that's why they'll be reaching out to you, and of course you can start start running ads. There's nothing wrong with that. But I think first you should test your product, test your funnel, and make sure that everything is set up correctly before you start spending your bucks. And you want to make sure that you're doing it like step by step. Like you don't have to do everything fast. You want to make sure your foundation is right.
Yes. Yeah, so first of all, you need to test everything, and then you need to start spending money on ads.
Exactly.
That's a rule for every platform.
I know, but still it feels like you're being pushed to run ads right away. And like I tell everybody, like don't relax. First get your website right and then start running ads. Yeah.
If your content and website is engaging and convertible, then the ads will work. Otherwise, that will not work.
Exactly.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. So thank you so much for being here today, and thank you so much for sharing a lot of knowledge about Pinterest. And I will drop your link in the description below, so people who want to join your course, so they can just join that and they can just learn from your experience.
Thank you, and thank you so much for having me, and I had so much fun. So
yeah, me too.
And if people have any questions, they can comment below, and I will come back to the video and answer questions as well.
Yes. I will put her channel link also, so you can subscribe her channel as well.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, thank you so much.
Okay.
Okay. Bye bye.
Bye bye.